हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। तस्यारविन्दनयनस्य पदारविन्द किञ्जल्कमिश्रतुलसीमकरन्दवायुः अन्तर्गतस्वविवरेण चकार तेषाम् संक्षोभमक्षरजुषामपि चित्ततन्वो नेहयत्कर्मधर्माय न विरागाय कल्पते न तीर्थपदसेवायै जीवन्नपि मृतो हि सः। प्रसङ्गम् अजरं पाशम् आत्मना कवयो विदुः स एव साधुषु कृतो मोक्षद्वारम् अपावृतम्। तितिक्षवः कारुणिकाः सुहृदः सर्वदेहिनाम् अजातशत्रवः शान्ताः साधवः साधुभूषणाः सतां प्रसङ्गान् मम वीर्यसंविदो भवन्ति हृत्कर्णरसायना कथा तज्जोषणादाशपवर्गवर्त्मनि श्रद्धारतिर्भक्तिरनुक्रमिष्यति। हासं हरेर् हासं हरेरवनता किल लोकतीव्र शोकाश्रुसागरविशोषणमत्युदारम् सम्मोहनाय रचितं निजमाययास्य भ्रूमण्डलं मुनिकृते मकरध्वजस्य मद्गुणश्रुतिमात्रेण मयि सर्वगुहाशये मनोगतिरविच्छिन्ना यथा गङ्गाम्भसोऽम्बुधौ लक्षणं भक्तियोगस्य निर्गुणस्य उदाहृतम् अहैतुक अव्यवहिता या भक्ति पुरुषोत्तमे सालोक्य सामीप्य सारूप्यैकत्वमपि उत दीयमानं न गृह्णन्ति वीणामत्सेवनं जनाः यन्नामधेय श्रवणानुकीर्तनाद्यत् प्रवलनाद्यत् स्मरणादपि क्वचेत् स्वादोऽपि सद्य सवनाय कल्पते कुतः पुनस्ते भगवन्नुदर्शनात् अहो बतश्व पचतो गरीयान् यज्जिह्वाग्रे वर्तते नाम तुभ्यम् ते पुस्तपस्ते जुहुः सस्नुरार्या ब्रह्मानुचुर्नाम गृह्णन्ति ये ते हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण अजय गोविंद प्रभु यू आर लुकिंग नाइस हरे कृष्ण नाइस हेयर कट हरे कृष्ण सो डियर डिवोटीज we are continuing our study of Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 15, entitled Description of the Kingdom of God, Description of Vaikuntha. Text 20, we were discussing the purport, so we could not finish reading everything. So we will continue from there, but let me read the verse real quick. यत्सङ्कुलं हरिपदानतिमात्रदृष्टैर्वैदूर्यमारकतहेममयैर्विमानैः येषां बृहत्कटितता स्मितशोभिमुख्यः कृष्णात्मनां नरजदाददुरुत्स्म याद्यैः. Translation and purports by His Divine Grace, Srila Abhay Charanarvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada, Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The inhabitants of Vaikuntha Lok travel in their airplanes made of lapis lazuli, emerald, and gold. Although crowded by their consorts, who have large hips and beautiful smiling faces, the residents of Vaikuntha cannot be stimulated to passion by their mirth and beautiful charm. So there is all sort of beauty and enjoyment in the Vaikuntha, but there is no material lust. We read part of the purport. Let's read the second half of the purport. It is also stated that in Vaikuntha world, the consorts of the residents are many, many times more beautiful than we can find in this material world, even in the higher planets. Further down, Srila Prabhupada in the last two sentences says, in other words, there is enjoyment of the association of the opposite sex, but there is no sexual relationship. So there is no sexual relationship in Vaikuntha. We have to understand this Siddhanta. There is enjoyment of the association of the opposite sex, but there is no sexual desire. There is no sexual relationship. The residents of Vaikuntha have a better standard of pleasure, so there is no need of sex pleasure. They have a higher taste. Param dristvani vartate. Their higher pleasure is in serving Krishna. Samsiddhir haritoshanam. Their higher pleasure is in making Krishna happy. By seeing Krishna happy, they get their pleasure. So they don't need sexual pleasure in Vaikuntha. The residents of Vaikuntha have a better standard of pleasure. So there is no need of sex pleasure. Very beautiful. Text number 21. Again, this is Srimad Bhagavatam 3.15.21. श्रीरूपिणी क्वणयति चरणारविन्दम् लीलाम्बुजेन हरिसद्मनिमुक्तदोषा संलक्ष्यते स्फटिककुड्य उपेतहेम्नि सम्मार्जतीव यदनुग्रहणेऽन्ययत्नैः यत्न्यः. Translation. The ladies in the Vaikuntha planets are as beautiful as the goddesses of fortune herself. So the ladies in Vaikuntha, they are as beautiful as Sri Lakshmi Devi herself. Such transcendently beautiful ladies, their hands playing with lotuses and their leg bangles tinkling. They have lotuses in their hand, and in their lotus feet, they have beautiful nupur, ankle bells, are sometimes seen sweeping the marble walls. So these Lakshmi Devis in Vaikuntha, they are sweeping the marble walls, which are bedecked at intervals with golden borders in order to receive the grace of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Why are they sweeping? The same reason why Maharaj Pratap Rudra was sweeping, to get the mercy of the Supreme Lord. Purport. Srila Prabhupada writes, in the Brahma Samhita, it is stated that the Supreme Lord Govinda is always served in his abode, Goloka Vrindavan, by many millions of goddesses of fortune. Lakshmi, Sahasra, Shata, Sambhrama, Sevyamanam. Sambhram means with intimacy and with devotion. So Lakshmi's hundreds and thousands. Sahasra Shata means hundreds of thousands of Lakshmis are serving Sevyamanam. Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. They are serving Govinda. These millions and trillions of goddesses of fortune who reside in the Vaikuntha planets are not exactly consorts of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is clear. This is a very important Siddhanta we have to understand. And in Vaikuntha, there are many ladies who are like Lakshmi Murtis, but they are not Lakshmi. Why? Because Lord Ramachandra, Lord Narayan, Lord Vishnu, and all the Vaikuntha planets, he is Ek Patni Vrata. He has only one wife. So he has only Lakshmi as his consort. But Lakshmi ji has many maid servants who are the different goddesses of fortune in Vaikuntha. These millions and trillions of goddesses of fortune who reside in the Vaikuntha planets are not exactly consorts of Lord Vishnu, but are the wives of the devotees of the Lord. So there are many devotees of Lord Narayan, and the wives are maid servants of Lakshmi ji. Imagine living in the spiritual world where the husband is a devotee of Krishna, associate of Krishna, and the wife is associate of Radharani. How beautiful. But they are the wives of the devotees of Lord Narayan, and they also engage in the service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is stated here that in the Vaikuntha planets, the houses are made up of marble. So Srila Prabhupada made his temples also marble because they are Vaikuntha. Similarly, in the Brahma Samhita, it is stated that the ground on the Vaikuntha planets is made of touchstone. Chintamani Prakarasadma Sukalpa Vriksha. The Chintamani stones, the ground in Vaikuntha. Thus, there is no need to sweep the stone in Vaikuntha. There is no dust, cobwebs, kachara in Vaikuntha. So why these different goddesses of fortune are sweeping in Vaikuntha? There is no need to sweep because there is no dust, Prabhupada says. But still, in order to satisfy the Lord, the ladies there always engage in dusting the marble floors and the marble walls, just to please Krishna. That Krishna will see we are engaged in his service. How beautiful. In the next paragraph, Srila Prabhupada writes, second sentence, generally the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi ji, does not remain steady in one place. Her name is Chanchala, which means one who is not steady in one place. Now Lakshmi Pujan is coming. Correct? Lakshmi Pujan is coming. And Lakshmi ji is called Chanchala. Chanchala Lakshmi. Because she goes here and there. One generation may be millionaire. And the next generation will be pauper. It is possible like that. So she's Chanchal. We find therefore that a man who is very rich may become the poorest of the poor. Example is Ravan. He abducted Mother Sita, who is Lakshmi ji, and see what happened. He became a pauper. He lost everything. His whole Lanka was destroyed, taken away, and he died. Further on, Srila Prabhupada says, but in Vaikuntha, Lakshmi ji is fixed in the service of the Lord. So in the material world, Lakshmi ji is Chanchala. Sometimes she is here, sometimes she is there. But in the Vaikuntha planets, Lakshmi ji is fixed in her service to Lord Narayan. She doesn't go anywhere. This is the beauty of Vaikuntha, because she is happy serving the Lord. Similarly, where Krishna is served, Lakshmi ji has to be there. Text 22. Vāpīšu vidrumatatatāš amalam mritāpsu प्रेष्यान्विता निजवने तुलसीभिरीशम् अभ्यर्चति स्वलकम् अन्नसम् इक्षवक्त्रम् उच्चेशितं भगवते अमताङ्गयच्छ्रीः. The goddesses of fortune worship Lord Vishnu in their own gardens by offering tulsi leaves on the coral paved banks of transcendental reservoirs of water. There are different ponds. On the banks of those ponds, as Lord Narayan, Lord Vishnu is walking, the different goddesses of fortune worship him by offering tulsi leaves at his lotus feet. While offering the worship to Lord Vishnu, they can see on the water the reflection of their beautiful faces with raised noses, and it appears that they have become more beautiful because of the Lord's kissing their faces. So when Lord Vishnu kisses the face of Lakshmi ji, or when Krishna does that to Srimati Radharani, then their faces become more beautiful. Purport. Srila Prabhupada writes, generally when a woman is kissed by her husband, her face becomes more beautiful. In Vaikuntha also, although the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi ji, is naturally as beautiful as can be imagined, but nevertheless, she awaits the kissing of Lord Vishnu to make her face more beautiful. This is the life in Vaikuntha. Very beautiful. Text 23. यन्याव्रजन्तगभिदो रचनानुवादा शृण्वन्ति यन्यविषया कुकथामतिग्नि यास्तु श्रुता हतभगैर्नृभिरात्तसारास् तांस्तान् क्षिपन्त अशरणेषु तमसु हन्ता. It is very much regrettable that unfortunate people do not discuss the descriptions of Vaikuntha planets but engage in topics which are unworthy to hear and which bewilder one's intelligence. Lord Brahmaji is saying that it's unfortunate that people don't do Krishna Katha, but they talk about the presidential election, they talk about the sports news, this and that, which is just a distraction. It's not worthy of hearing, and it can bewilder one's intelligence. Those who give up the topics of Vaikuntha and take to talk of the material world are thrown into the darkest region of ignorance. If we do Gramya Katha, Gramya Varta, Gramya Katha na kohibe, Gramya Varta na shunibe, Bhala na khaibe ara, Bhala na paribe. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's instructions in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita to Srila Raghunath Das Goswami. Don't hear mundane discussions. Don't engage in mundane talks. Don't eat very opulent food, and don't wear very opulent clothes. This is required if we want to constantly serve Radha Krishna in our mind. Sada Manasi Vraje Radha Krishna Sevive. Always serve Radha Krishna in Vrindavan in your mind. But to do that, we have to follow these things. So Shri Brahmaji is saying that we should not hear mundane topics, but we should hear Krishna Katha, Vaikuntha Varta. Those who give up the topics of Vaikuntha and talk of this material world are thrown into the darkest region of ignorance. If we talk about material world, we'll remain in the material world. If we talk about the spiritual world, then we will go to the spiritual world. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tayantante kalevaram tamtam evata kaunteya sudatat bhava bhavita. Whatever we think of, whatever we meditate upon, that we will attain at the time of death. Purport. The most unfortunate persons are the impersonalists who cannot understand the transcendental variegatedness of the spiritual world. The impersonalists, they are not having faith, unfortunately, in the eternality of Vaikuntha, in eternality of Krishna Roop, Krishna Lila, Krishna Nam. So they're very unfortunate. They don't understand this variegatedness of Vaikuntha, where there are so many Lakshmis serving, so many devotees serving. It's a one big family life. But this they don't understand. Further down, Srila Prabhupada says this mentality of Mayavadis is described here as Kukatha Matigni, intelligence bewildered by unworthy talk. Instead of Krishna Katha, they hear Kukatha. Next paragraph, Srila Prabhupada writes, here in the Srimad Bhagavatam, in this verse particularly, it is stressed that people who try to discuss and understand the real spiritual nature of the spiritual sky, the Vaikunthas, those people are fortunate. So who is fortunate? One who gets to hear Krishna Katha. So we are very fortunate because we all have Srila Prabhupada's books. We all have Srimad Bhagavatam. We all have Chaitanya Charitamrit. We all have Bhagavad Gita. So we are all extremely fortunate. One who gets to hear Krishna Nam, one who gets to hear Krishna Katha is fortunate in this world. Tava Kathamritam Tapta Jivanam. Our life is full of pain, sorrow, danger, but Krishna Katha is the nectar, it is the Amrit. People are more interested in politics and economic developments. They hold many conventions, meetings, and discussions to solve the problems of this worldly situation. But they are not interested in understanding the spiritual situation of the Vaikuntha world. If they are at all fortunate, they become interested in going back home, back to Godhead. But unless they understand the spiritual world, they rot in this material darkness continuously. Choice is ours. If we do engage in Krishna Katha, we will go to Krishna Lok. If we engage in Jagat Varta, we will remain in this material world where there is pain and suffering. Dukkhalayam ashashvatam. Text 24. Yabhyarthitam api cha no nrigatim prapanna jnanam cha tattva vishayam sahadharmam yatra नाराधनं भगवतो वितरन्त अमुष्य सम्मोहिता विततया बत मायया ते. Lord Brahma said, my dear demigods, the human form of life is of such importance, arthadam, it is so important that we also desire to have such life. For in the human form, one can attain perfect religious truth and knowledge. If one in this human form of life does not understand the Supreme Personality of God and his abode, it is to be understood that he is very much affected by the influence of the external nature, Maya. Maya. He's under Maya, influence of Maya, material energy. If one does not take to the path of bhakti to Krishna, one does not make efforts to understand Krishna through bhakti, bhaktyamam abhijanati, yavanasya tatvata. If it doesn't take that effort, then one is in Maya. Because human form of life is so wonderful to understand Krishna consciousness. Srila Prabhupada writes a beautiful purport. Let's read it. Lord Brahmaji condemns very vehemently the condition of the human being who does not take interest in Krishna and his transcendental abode, Vaikuntha. The human form of life is desired even by Brahmaji. Haribol, this verse, Srimad Bhagavatam 3.15.24 is proof where Brahmaji himself is telling the Devatas, these human beings are very fortunate. The human form of life is desired even by Brahmaji. Lord Brahma and other demigods have much better material bodies than human beings. Yet the demigods, including Brahma, nevertheless desire to attain the human form of life. Brahmaji also, demigods also, they desire to attain human form of life. Because it is specifically meant for the living entity who can attain transcendental knowledge and religious perfection. We can attain religious perfection, spiritual perfection in the human form of life. Therefore, human form of life is very good. It is not possible to go back to Godhead in one life. But in the human form, one should at least understand the goal of life and begin Krishna consciousness. Dear devotees, I want all of you, I request all of you, cannot say I want, I request all of you to please consider highlighting, remembering, and noting down this sentence of Srila Prabhupada in this purport. It's very important. Purport to verse number 24. Srila Prabhupada writes in this sentence, it's right in the middle of the purport. Please listen carefully. It is not possible to go back to Godhead in one life. But in the human form, one should at least understand the goal of life and one should begin Krishna consciousness. This is very important. Priti nayavat mai vasudeve namuchyate deha yogena tavat. As long as we don't attain the platform of Krishna Prem, we cannot enter Vaikuntha. We cannot give up this material world. So one should not expect that, bus, this life, after this life, I'll be with Krishna. We could, it's possible. Depends on mercy of Guru and Krishna. But we should not have that expectation. Like Srila Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj said once, that majority of the devotees in ISKCON will not go back to Godhead in this lifetime. It's just a fact. To encourage, sometimes some preachers may say that yes, just chant Hare Krishna, go back to Godhead. Get initiated, chant 16 rounds, follow 4 regulative principles, go back to Godhead. Yes, it is possible. But it will not happen to everyone because it also depends on the quality. It depends on the bhav. It depends on how many material attachments we still have. It depends on how many anarthas we still have in our heart. There is no shortcut. What our acharyas have given us is the shortest cut. But the path is Nayanam Galadashru Dharaya Vadanam Gadgadarudhaya Gira Pulakair Nichitam Vapu Kadatava Nama Grahane Bhavishyati. Unless we chant Shuddhanam, unless we come to the platform of Prema Bhakti Jaha Haite Avidya Vinasha Jate Divya Jnana Hriday Prakashito. Until then, we cannot go to Vaikuntha. But our aim is Vaikuntha. Prabhupada said, but at least in this life, we should understand what is the goal of life. The goal of life is to serve and please Krishna. The goal of life is Manmana Bhavamad Bhakto Madhyaji Mam Namaskuru Mame Vashashi Satyam Te Pratijane Priyosime. Aim of life is to become a devotee of Krishna, to always think of Krishna. Manmana Bhavamad Bhakto. That is the aim of life. And one should begin Krishna consciousness. At least we should do sadhu sangha, bhajana kriya, anartha nivritti, try to develop nishtha and progress like that. But for most of us, it will take a few lifetimes. Depending on our seriousness. If we are serious, then 2-3 lifetimes also it is possible. But we should not expect that, I'm going back to Godhead in this life. We should never think like that. Krishna does not tolerate pride in the heart of his devotees. Shri Mukunda Datta in Shri Chaitanya Bhagavad we see Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur describes in the Mahaprakash Leela when Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said he will take 10 million years. Koti Janma. 10 million years he will take. And Shri Mukunda Datta was very happy. He was dancing. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. I will see, I will see, I will see. I will see Mahaprabhu in 10 million lifetimes. He is willing to wait 10 million lifetimes. So we should be realistic and we should know that this is not so easy. Because if you think, this lifetime I'm going to Vaikuntha bus, then we may start thinking that this is a very easy process. It's very easy to get Krishna. Milahina Raghupati Bina Anuraga Koti Janma Japa Tapa Vairaga. These words of Goswami Shri Tulsidas Ji Maharaj, I love them so much, so beautiful. Milahina Raghupati Bina Anuraga. Unless and until we have love, anurag for Krishna, we cannot attain Krishna. Koti Janma Japa Tapa Vairaga. We can spend Lifetime after lifetime chanting, doing tapasya, vairagya, becoming sannyasi. So many things we can do. We cannot get Krishna unless we have love for Krishna, because only love can satisfy Krishna. In Chaitanya Charitamrita also, Ante Lila, fourth chapter, Sanatan Goswami visits Jagannath Puri. In his conversation with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that the only Krishna Prapti, the only way is Prem. Only by Prem one can get Krishna, and one can get Prem by Bhakti. Therefore, Kubuddhi Chhada Kara Shravana Kirtan. Mahaprabhu Sanatan Goswami, Kubuddhi Chhada. Give up these thoughts of suicide. Kubuddhi Chhada Kara Shravana Kirtan. Chalo Shravan Kirtan karo. Engage in bhakti. Through bhakti, you get prem, and through prem, you can get Krishna. Prema Pumarto Mahan. Therefore, prem is the highest wealth. So, this we have to understand that I have started my Krishna consciousness in this life. Now I have come to 16 rounds. I have a guru. I am studying Srila Prabhupada's books. I have done Bhakti Shastri. Now I'm doing Bhakti Vaibhava. Kramena, slowly, slowly. Shraddha Ratir Bhaktir Anukramishati. Just now we read in the verses. It is step by step process. Shraddha, Rati, Bhakti, Prema Bhakti. Like that. It is step by step. So we should at least begin Krishna consciousness, Prabhupada says. This lifetime we have begun Krishna consciousness. And then we see some of us are very, very divine. Some of us are very, very advanced, very fixed up in Krishna consciousness. Some of us may be, very young, 30, 32 years old, and we are already giving very, very nice classes, deep classes. Even sannyasis are sitting and hearing, and we are very dedicated to Krishna consciousness. We live very simple life. We don't even want to do material job. So such devotees are very blessed. It only tells us that these devotees were already nice, fixed up devotees in the previous lifetime. Therefore, now from childhood, they are so powerful, so empowered. They are so serious about Krishna consciousness. And you can also see devotees who have just started ABC of Krishna consciousness. So some of us are more advanced, some of us are less advanced, but we should, with sincerity, practice Krishna consciousness. The way Srila Prabhupada has given us, it will surely lead to perfection, either in this life or in the next or the one after that, if we are very serious in Krishna consciousness. Those who are actually following four regulative principles, those who are actually chanting very good, at least 16 rounds every day, more if possible, those who are engaged in deity worship, as Srila Prabhupada has taught us, those who are engaged in reading the Shastra and following the Shastra in their life, they will definitely, they are on their way nicely. They will attain Krishna very soon. So Prabhupada says here, this is very, very, very important sentence. It is not possible to go back to Godhead in one life. I have been told this by my Shiksha Guru also, Sripad Mukundatta Prabhu, that don't think you're going back to Godhead. You have just started bhakti. You just practice nicely. It's not possible. You try to come to chanting more and more rounds, doing more bhajan, remove everything material from your life. Take shelter of the holy dham, or stay near a temple, be engaged in deity worship, engaged in serving Vaishnavas, Vaishnav Seva, do lots of Nam Sankirtan, Jap, Nam Bhajan, giving up everything material. So long way to go. But at least we should start it nicely and pray to Krishna that Krishna, I want to make advancement. I want to give up material things and I want to focus on you. Vishaya chhadiya kabe shuddha have man is what I want. Krishna will help. But in this human form of life, one should at least understand the goal of life. What is goal of life? To develop Krishna Prem, to serve Radha Krishna Seva Pao, Ei Abhilashi, and begin Krishna consciousness. Text 25. Yaccha vrajant animisham Yaccha vrajant animisham Rishabhanuvritya Dure Yama Uparinaha Sprihaniya Shilah Bharturmitha Suyashasakathanuraga Vaiklavya Bhashpakalaya Pulaki Kritanga. Now see this, beautiful. Persons whose bodily features change in ecstasy and you breathe heavily and perspire due to hearing the glories of Lord Krishna, are promoted to the kingdom of God. Premi bhaktas, they will go to God, kingdom of God. Even though they do not care for meditation and other austerities. The kingdom of God is above the material universes and it is desired by Brahma and other demigods. In the previous verse, Brahmaji is desiring human form of life. Why? Not that human form of life is a sadhya. No, it's a means because in human form of life one can do bhajan nicely. The sadhya is Krishna. The goal is Vaikuntha. Purport in the second paragraph, second sentence, Srila Prabhupada writes, in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, the devotee's desirable qualities are described to be 26 in number. The 26 qualities a devotee has. After the Tirobhav, the disappearance pastime of His Holiness Srila Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj during the COVID pandemic, it was good fortune for this Das to glorify Srila Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj. And Maharaj was such a perfect Vaishnava that these verses from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita were chosen, the two verses that describe the 26 qualities of a Vaishnava. And based on each and every quality, Srila Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj was glorified. How he exhibited all the 26 qualities of a pure devotee. 26 qualities a Vaishnava has. And they are stated as follows. The Vaishnava is very kind, does not quarrel with anyone. He accepts Krishna consciousness as the highest goal of life. He is equal to everyone. No one can find fault in his character. He is magnanimous. He is mild. He is always clean, internally and externally. He does not profess to possess anything in this material world. He is a benefactor to all living entities. He is peaceful and is a soul completely surrendered to Krishna. The Vaishnava has no material desire to fulfill. He is meek and humble. He is always steady. He has conquered the sensual activities. He does not eat more than required to maintain body and soul together. He is never mad after material identity. He is respectful to all others and does not demand respect for himself. He is very grave, very compassionate, and very friendly. He is poetic. He is expert in all activities, and he is silent in nonsense. When nonsense is being discussed, he is silent. Similarly, in Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd Canto, chapter 25th, which we will come to 10 chapters from now, verse 21, the qualifications of a saintly person are mentioned. It is said that a saintly person eligible to enter into the kingdom of God is very tolerant and very kind to all living entities. He is not partial. He is kind both to human beings and to animals. He is not such a fool that he will kill a goat Narayan to feed a human Narayan or Daridra Narayan. He is very kind to all living entities, therefore he has no enemy. He is very peaceful. These are the qualities of a person who is eligible to enter the kingdom of God. What verse is this? Titikshava Karunika Surida Sarvadehinam Ajata Shattarva Shanta Sadhavo Sadhu Bhushana. Further down, Srila Prabhupada writes, these bodily changes, which were described in the verse, the tears coming from the eyes, color changing, hair standing on end on hearing Krishna Katha, these bodily symptoms of ecstasy can take place due to ecstasy when we offenselessly chant the holy names of God. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It may be noted that there are 10 offenses we should avoid. The first offense is to criticize persons who try in their lives to broadcast the glories of the Supreme Lord. People must be educated in understanding the glories of the Supreme Lord. Therefore, the devotees who engage in preaching the glories of the Lord are never to be decried. It is the greatest offense, Satam Ninda, to criticize devotees. Furthermore, the holy name of Vishnu is the most auspicious name, most auspicious, and his pastimes are also non-different from the holy name of the Lord. There are many foolish persons who say that one can chant Hare Krishna or chant the name of Kali or Durga or Shiva because they are all the same. ऐसा नहीं है. They are not all the same. If one thinks that the holy name of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and the names and activities of the demigods are on the same level, or if one accepts the holy name of Vishnu to be a material sound vibration, that is also an offense. to consider the holy name of Krishna to be independent, to consider the names of the demigods to be independent of Lord Vishnu, or to consider them to be on the same level as Lord Vishnu. No, it's not like that. Devanam Achyuto Yatha. Lord Vishnu, Lord Achyut is the supreme. Satyaruma Mataji, you are with us? Okay. My throat is getting a little dry. I'll get some water. Can you read from this third offense? Read slowly, loudly.
Yes, Prabhuji. The third offense is to think of the spiritual master who spreads the glories of the Lord as an ordinary human being. The fourth offense is to consider the Vedic literatures, such as the Puranas or other transcendentally revealed scriptures, to be ordinary books of knowledge. The fifth offense is to think that devotees have given artificial importance to the holy name of the Lord. The actual fact is that the Lord is non-different from his name. The highest realization of spiritual value is to chant the holy name of the God as described for the age. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The sixth offense is to give some interpretation on the holy name of the Lord. The seventh offense is to act sinfully on the strength of chanting the holy name of God. It is understood that one can be freed from all sinful reaction simply by chanting the holy name of God. But if one thinks that he is therefore at liberty to commit all kinds of sinful acts, that is a symptom of offense. The eighth offense is to equate the chanting of Hare Krishna with other spiritual activities such as meditation, austerity, penance, or sacrifice. They cannot be equated at any level. The ninth offense is to specifically glorify the importance of the holy name before persons who have no interest. The 10th offense is to be attached to the misconception of possessing something or to accept the body as one's self while executing the process of spiritual cultivation.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Vijay. Thank you.
So these are the 10 offenses that we should be aware of and we should try to avoid them. Further, Srila Prabhupada writes, when one is free from all 10 of these offenses in chanting the holy name of Lord Krishna, he develops the ecstatic bodily features called Pulakashru. Pulaka means symptoms of happiness and Ashru means tears of happiness in the eyes. So, Nirapradhe Namalaile Pabe Premadhan, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says. When we chant offenselessly, we'll get Krishna Prem, and these are the symptoms of Krishna Prem. Ecstatic symptoms, Ashtasatvik Vikar. The symptoms of happiness and tears in the eyes, Pulakashru, must appear in a person who has chanted the holy name offenselessly. How much Prabhupada is emphasizing that we should avoid offenses. Here in this verse, it is stated that those who have actually developed the symptoms of happiness and tears in the eyes by chanting the glories of the Lord are eligible to enter the kingdom of God. Who can enter the kingdom of God? One who has developed ecstatic symptoms, one who has developed love for Krishna. This verse also is proof that unless and until we develop love for Krishna, we cannot enter the Vaikuntha world. In Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is said that if one does not develop these symptoms while chanting Hare Krishna, it is to be understood that he is still offensive. Bahu janma jadi kare shravana kirtan tabuta na paye Krishna pade premadhan. तब जाने तुम्हारा अपराध प्रचुर कृष्ण प्रेम बीज ना है अंकुर. Krishna Prema Beej is not sprouting, na hai ankur, because aparadha prachur, because we have committed many offenses. So what is the hope for such people? Srila Prabhupada writes, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita suggests a nice remedy in this connection. How many of us want this remedy? We are chanting Hare Krishna, but we are not developing Krishna Prem. So what is the remedy? It's because of our offenses. The remedy is mentioned in verse 31 of the 8th chapter of the Adi Leela of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, that if anyone takes shelter of Lord Chaitanya and just chants the holy name of the Lord, Hare Krishna, he becomes freed from all of offenses. To become free from offenses, aparada guchi, hari name ruchi. Then one has to take shelter of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu can free us from all aparadha. Therefore, we should chant Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. And then start chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Tad Vishwagur Adhikritam Bhuvanayika Vandyam Divyam Vichitra Vibudhagya Vimana Shochihi Apuparamudampurvamupetya yoga maya balena munayastadato vikuntham. Thus the great sages Sanaka Sanatana Sanandana Sanata Kumar, the Chatusana, four sanas, Sanaka Sanatana Sanandana Sanata Kumar, upon reaching the above mentioned Vaikuntha in the spiritual world by dint of their mystic yoga performance, perceived unprecedented happiness. So the Chatusana, they came to Vaikuntha, they experienced bliss upon just coming there, arriving there. They found that the spiritual sky was illuminated by highly decorated airplanes, piloted by the best devotees of Vaikuntha, and was predominated by the Supreme Personality of Godhead Vishnu. Vikuntham, Vishnu. Vishnu lives as the predominant deity in Vaikuntha. There are many great devotees who live there. This is what the Chatusana found when they came to Vaikuntha. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is one without a second. Krishna is one. Ekela Ishvara Krishna, Arasava Bhritya, Jai Jaise Nachai Sai Taise Kare Nritya. He is therefore above everyone, Asamurdhva. No one is equal to him, nor is anyone greater than him. Therefore, he is described here as Vishwa Guru. He is the prime living entity of the entire material and spiritual creation, and he is Bhuvanaika Vandyam. Bhuvana Eka Vandyam. He is the only one who is Vandyam, worshipable, worth glorifying personality in the three worlds. Further on, Srila Prabhupada says, in the Vaikuntha planets, the predominant deity is Lord Krishna in his many expansions, who are differently named as Madhusudan, Madhava, Narayana, Pradyumna, etc. In the last three sentences or so, two sentences, Srila Prabhupada writes, the word Yoga Maya is used in this verse. Yoga Maya Balena Vikuntham, the transcendental happiness exhibited in the spiritual world and all other spiritual manifestations that are made possible by the influence of Yoga Maya, the internal potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. All the transcendental happiness in Vaikuntha, it is made possible by Yoga Maya. The spiritual potency is there. The Antaranga Shakti, Leela Shakti works there. Tasmin Atityamunaya Shadasajjamanaha Kaksha Samanavayavata Saptamayam Devavachakshata Grihita Gadau Parardhya Keyura Kundala Kirita Vitanka Veshau. After passing the six entrances of Vaikuntha Puri, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, six entrances, the Chatusana passed, nobody stopped. The Lord's residence, Vaikuntha, six gates they passed. Without feeling astonishment at all the decorations, they saw at the seventh gate two shining personalities. Jai Vijay. Same age, armed with gada, maces, and adorned with the most valuable jewelry, earrings, diamonds, helmets, garments. They were standing. Jai and Vijay were standing at the seventh gate of Vaikuntha. Purport. The sages, Chatusana, were so eager to see Lord Hari within Vaikuntha Puri that they did not care to see the transcendental decorations of the six gates. Who cares? We want to see Lord Vishnu, which they passed one after the other. But at the seventh door, they found two doormen of the same age, Jai Vijay. The significance of the doormen being of the same age is that in the Vaikuntha planets, there is no old age. Navayovanamcha. Everybody is young, same age there. So one cannot distinguish who is older and than whom. Everybody looks young. The inhabitants of Vaikuntha are decorated like the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayan. They're all Chaturbuj. They look like Lord Narayan, Sarupya Mukti. They have Shankha Chakra, Gada Padma, conch shell, the Sudarshan Chakra wheel, club, Gada, and lotus, Padma. They have all these things like Lord Vishnu. Only thing they don't have that Lord Narayan has is the Shrivatsa mark and the Kaustubh Mani. That is unique for Lord Narayan. But otherwise, there is Sarupya Mukti. So this is the Vaikuntha world where Jai Vijay were guarding the seventh gate. Chatusana, Sanak, Sanatan, Sanandan, Sanat Kumar. They came and they saw these two doormen, gatekeepers, same age, very powerful, holding Gada. They were guarding. And then what happens? Krishna willing, we will see in the next class. Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. So my question to all of you is, day after tomorrow is Diwali here in Atlanta, Thursday. So I think we should not have class, right? That day. Ajay Govind Prabhu, Diwali is there. Mukta Sangha Prabhu, you will be cooking for 200, 300 devotees that day.
Not on Thursday, but we are celebrating on Saturday along with Govardhan. So Diwali is
You clubbed it.
yeah, so Govardhan and Diwali on both. So I'm cooking for Govardhan.
Okay. Vanit Prabhu, Shikha Mataji are coming, na? Make sure they come. Hare Krishna.
Kavita Mataji also.
Kavita Mataji, already she is connected. And Vansh also. So good, you are celebrating Govardhan Puja and Deepavali together on Saturday. So here we have separate programs and we may have some guests. So I will be grateful if we can. Should we do it tomorrow instead of Thursday? Shamchandra Prabhu, busy? Tomorrow busy?
Prabhu, our Dinabandha Prabhu, our dear Dinabandha Prabhu, is got a yatra tomorrow for Shamdak, Govind Kund,
Wow.
and also Kuchri. So the mood of, and then following day Gokul. So the day of
So
Diwali will be in
not
Gokul.
full parikrama, but just Puchari and Govind Kund.
Yeah, so every day there is some parikrama.
Partial
So
parikrama.
yesterday was Barsana and Sakrikor and all that. Today is rest day. Tomorrow it will be Shamdak, then Govind Kund and Puchri, and following day will be Gokul. So the day of actually when he says that's when actually the Damodar Leela took place. So we'll be going at that place, Ukalband. And
Oh. So
so that is
Damodar
the day.
did not take place on Deepavali?
On Deepavali. So here Deepavali in Vrindavan is on 1st of October. That is day of tomorrow. Today is,
No, 1st of November.
so today is 30th. So
Sundari
day
Mataji
of tomorrow.
corrected you immediately.
She is very alert.
She's very alert. Even while driving, she corrects you. अरे नहीं इधर से आगे से इधर से नहीं.
All the time.
Remember we went to Srila Sanatan Goswami's Bhajan Kutir and how we got lost. Then Mataji was telling us, no, either. So
Very
okay,
true.
so then we'll take a break on Thursday if it's okay, because we have some guests coming, so it will be difficult to do the class on Thursday. So we will let the Chatusana enjoy Vaikuntha from the 6th, 7th gate, and let's see what happens after that. So we'll meet next week, Krishna willing. Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, can I ask a question?
Yes. Now Shamchandra, please go ahead.
So, Prabhu, this verses 25, 26, and 27, at least 25 and 26 clearly establish where four Kumaras went.
Acha.
So Prabhupada also is very explicitly mentioning that they went actually to the spiritual sky Vaikuntha. So we were discussing a couple of classes back whether they went to the spiritual Vaikuntha or the material Vaikuntha. So it's clearly mentioned, Prabhu, here. The kingdom of God is above the material universes and is desired by Brahma and other demigods. Then also four Kumaras reach the Vaikuntha by becoming lighter than the lightest and thus passing over the space of material world. It's there in the purport of 26, verse 26.
Acha. Where Prabhupada talks about the Siddhis.
Yeah.
We learn this also from the fact incident concerning Durvasa Muni. Maharaj,
Yes.
it is understood in 1 year Durvasa Muni traveled everywhere and went to the spiritual sky to meet the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayan. But Prabhuji, even this, the Prapanchik Vaikuntha planet, it is also like that only. It is also, it has got effulgence around it. It has got, but yeah, I see your point. Srila Prabhupada clearly says here
Spiritual sky.
that it is the spiritual sky.
And also he says above the passing over the space of material world. So that is also emphasized.
Yes, yes. So yes, Prabhupada definitely says like that. So we can take it like that. No problem. Thank you for pointing that out, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Okay. So any other questions or comments? No. So it's 9:31. We will stop here. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. Thank you very much, dear devotees. Hare Krishna. Wish you all very happy Deepavali and Govardhan Puja.
All very happy Diwali, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhu.
It's a
Hare
very
Krishna.
happy
Hare
Diwali.
Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Thank you.
Krishna, Prabhu.
Jai Vrindavan.